Hello again, Fisher people. This is Jeremy coming at you from Murphy's Outdoor Ventures. Today I'm going to go over how to make a fish finder rig using steel leader. So let's get started. I'm going to be using a 1/0 barrel swivel. I'll be using 36-inch steel leader, a number 2 Coast Lock snap swivel, a 2 or 3/0 octopus circle hook, and I'm going to be using a float. I'm also going to have 2 bead sizes, 8mm and 6mm. So to get started, 1/0 swivel or 1/0 swivel. Stick your leader through about 2 inches, bend it over tight. Get your haywire tool. Now once you push it down tight onto that swivel, leaving a little loop, if you turn that swivel 90 degrees, it's going to give you better leverage for doing your haywire twists. Those twists, when you use this tool, keep them good and tight. So you're going to have this little burr on there. Grab you a pair of side cutters so you cut that off. That way you don't stab yourself when you're trying to use the thing. That's how that should look. Next, you're going to slip on a 6mm bead. It just keeps the Coast Lock swivel from riding all the way up. So slide your bead on. Then you're going to put on your Coast Lock swivel. Now, one thing is when you put this float on, if you don't put beads between the float and your hook, then when you cast that first time, this swivel is going to push right up against the back of this float, and it's going to probably do this number to your bobber and hook. So I'll show you how to prevent that. So we've got our Coast Lock swivel on. Go ahead and put on our float. Put your peg on the back side. Then we're going to start where the float is. You're going to use an 8mm bead. Then we're going to put on 2 6mm beads. There's 1, and there's 2. Now in a previous video, I showed where I had used a weight slider. This works on mono. It will not work on steel. First 2 or 3 casts, it's going to rip right through that plastic. Then you'll launch your weight about 2 or 3 football fields out in the ocean. So that's why I go with the Coast Lock snap swivel and just put the steel leader right through the eye. All right, so we got our float. We've got our beads. Next step, 2 or 3/0 octopus circle hook. Slip it on there, leave about 2 inches, bend it back sharp. And again, once you get your haywire tool on there, push it down, turn the hook 90 degrees. That gives you the extra leverage to do your haywire twist without stabbing yourself with the hook. All right. Once you're there, you're gonna have that burr again, snip it off. Okay, so even if your weight slides all the way down to the back of that hook, these beads here are gonna keep that float from going over your hook and keeping it like it should be. So pop your pin in. Add your weight. And I would make up a couple of these before you go out to the water. You don't want to try doing this while you're sitting on the sand. But there you go. Steel leader, fish finder rig. Hope this was helpful. If it was, like the video, follow the page, and we'll see you next time.